Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I will present about benzene derivative. So, this is my group member. 4.2 benzene derivative. The objective is, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to draw the structure and name the benzene derivative according to the IUPAC nomenclature for A, monosubstituted derivative, and B, disubstituted derivative. And students should be able to draw and give example of benzene as substituent panel. Monosubstituted benzene. Mono means one substituent. So, according to IUPAC name, benzene is the parent name and the substituent is indicated by a prefix. So, NO2 attached in carbon number 1 with a benzene ring, it can be the nitrobenzene. It goes same to ethyl benzene. Ethyl attached in carbon number 1 with a benzene ring, it can be ethyl benzene. Attached to carbon number 1 with a benzene ring, it can be the fluorobenzene, and so on to the chloro and bromo. Monosubstituted benzene. So this is the 6th special name that you should remember. The first example is when a CH3 attached in carbon number 1 with the benzene ring, the common name, it will be the methyl benzene. But the special name, it can be the toluenes. Next, when OH attached in carbon number 1 with the benzene ring, it can be the hydroxyl benzene. It's a common name and it will be the penol in the special name. Next, when NH2 attached in carbon number 1 in the benzene ring, it will be the aminobenzene in the common name, but in the special name, it can be the aniline. Next, when COOH attached in carbon number 1 with a benzene ring, it can be benzene carboxylic acid. It's a common name, but the special name, it can be the benzoic acid. Next, when CH3C double bond O attached in carbon number 1 with a benzene ring, it can be penyl methanol. This is a common name, but the special name, it will be benzaldehyde. Last one, HC double bond O, it attached in carbon number 1 with a benzene ring. It will be the 1-penyl ethanol. This is a common name, but the special name, it can be the acetonol. So, this is the 6th special name that you should remember. So, let's move on to the disubstituted benzene. Di here means two substituent. It have a two substituent, which is same substituent and different substituent. Okay. Let's look up at the same substituent. Same substituent is relative position of substituent are indicated by prefix ortho, meta, and para, O, M, and P, or by the use of number. The relative position on benzene ring, ortho O, 1-2 position, meta M, 1-3 position, para P, 1-4 position. So this formula you should remember, because this formula is really useful for the next part. So example of disubstituted benzene for same substituent. Okay, so the first example, Br in the carbon number 1 and the carbon number 2. It will be 1,2 dibromobenzene. So 1,2 here is orta. So symbol for orta is O. So it will be changed to O dibromobenzene. Same to this one. Br in the carbon number 1 and carbon number 3. So it will be 1,3 dibromobenzene. But 1,3 is meta. So the symbol of meta is M. So it will be changed to M dibromobenzene. And last one is Br in the carbon number 1 and carbon number 4. So it will be 1,4 dibromobenzene, but 1,4 is para. The symbol of para is P. So it will be P dibromobenzene. You should remember, this one should be, korang semua kena faham dan kena ingat, simbol ni kena sentiasa letak sebab P atau O atau M hanya untuk position, hanya untuk nombor sahaja. Jadi, simbol dash still kena letak. Okay. So, this is the other example for Dissected benzene for same substituents. You can look at here. So, let's move on to the different substituents. When two or more substituents are present, substituent with higher priority will be chosen to be the parent's name. Maknanya kat sini, apabila satu structure ada dua substituent yang berbeza, kita kena pilih higher priority, substituent yang mempunyai higher priority untuk jadi parent's name. Contohnya kat sini, in the carbon number 1, it has COOH, and the carbon number 2, it has NO2. So, in this part, we will choose NO2 will be the parent's name because NO2 is the higher priority than COOH. So, it should have 1,2-nitrobenzoic acid. So, 1,2 is symbol for O, symbol for orta. 1,2 is orta and the symbol is O. So, it will be the O-nitrobenzoic acid. And the second example is, in the carbon number 1, it has OH, and in the carbon number 3, it has Cl. So, it will be a typo here. It will be the chloro-benzoic acid, and 1,3 is meta, and the symbol for meta is M. So, it will be M-chlorobenzoic acid. Because Cl is the higher priority than OH. So, this is the formula for priority of substituent groups. You have to remember this part. You must remember this part. Because the formula is really useful when you answer the question after this. So, COOH, it will be the highest priority. And this part will be the lowest priority. So, let's move on to the next part. Benzene as substituent. Penyl group. The name of benzene as a substituent is penyl. Maknanya kat sini, bila benzene ni adalah substituent, dia akan berubah menjadi penyl, bukan lagi benzene. Contohnya, benzene ring is considered when it is attached to a side chain with a more than 6 carbon. Bila carbon kat sini, side chain kat sini lebih daripada 6 carbon, automatic benzene ring akan berubah menjadi penyl. Sebab benzene ring apabila side chain melebihi 6 carbon, benzene ring akan menjadi substituent. So, dia akan berubah menjadi penyl. Jadi, it will be 2 penyl heptane. Because 7 carbon is heptane. Okay. Benzene as substituent penyl group. The second example. Benzene ring is considered as substituent when it is attached to a side chain which contain a functional group. Maksudnya kat sini, bila dalam satu structure ada double bond, automatic benzene ring akan jadi substituent. dan dia akan berubah menjadi penin. So, kat sini dia akan jadi 1 penyl 2 butane. Kerana kat sini kita ada 4 karbon. Kat sini kita ada 4 karbon. The last one is bila ada functional group macam tadi, bila ada functional group, ada OH kat sini, benzene ring akan terus menjadi substituent dan dia akan bertukar nama menjadi penyl. So, it will be 2 penyl ethanol. So, that's all for today. That's all for this part. So, this is the extra question that you should answer. So, I hope you guys understand with what I explained about this part, and thank you guys.